Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. O, isa ba kayo sa mga tumutok o nanood noong inauguration ni US President Donald Trump? Nako, isa ako doon, ano. Pero dahil medyo jet lag pa ako, sa totoo lang, hindi ko natutukan siya buong araw dahil nakatulog na naman ako ng alanganing oras. Pagising ko na lang, ito na nga ang bumulaga sa aking balita tungkol dyan sa inaabangan ko ring issue tungkol sa banta niyang lagyan o patawan ng 25% tax ang lahat ng mga Canadian products na dinadala papuntang Amerika. Okay? So, medyo may good news at bad news palang nangyari. Ano? The good news is, hindi kasama, yan, wala sa kanyang mga unang executive orders ang pagpataw ng 25% tax na yan. Naku, what a big relief, I'm sure, for the, Canadian officials nang makita nila na hindi iyan isa sa mga executive orders, sa maraming executive orders na pinirmahan ni Donald Trump sa kanyang day 1. That's the good news. The bad news is, naku po, nagkaroon ng press con itong si Trump at sinabi niya na hindi pa rin ito basically off the table and that they are studying, actually imposing it on February 1st. Aba, o sige, pakinggan natin yung soundbite na yan.
We're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also. Vast numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in.
When do you think you would enact those?
I think February 1st.
Are you planning on giving notice of that?
I think we'll do it February 1st.
25% on both, sir?
Sir,
On each.
On each?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're thinking
Ayun, February 1st. Ang sabi niya, Canada is a very bad abuser. So, ang dahilan niya, dahil nga, parehong Mexico at Canada raw ang pinanggagalingan ng mga illegal immigrants tumatawid papuntang Amerika at meron siyang binanggit na pati ang pagtawid ng fentanyl. Naku, isa po yan sa mga inaabusong drugs, Okay, so, anong sa tingin nyo? Again, as I mentioned, I'm sure it's a relief for Canadian officials. But at the same time, naku po, I can't imagine what they could be thinking and planning from now until February 1st. Diba? Ang laki ng major anxiety during this waiting period. Kasi less than 2 weeks away lang yun. Ang dami ko na namang mga tanong. Ito na naman ako, syempre. And I wanna ask you this as well. Baka ilan sa inyo share the same questions. Or, as usual, gusto ko ng input ninyo. Ano kaya talaga ba itong ginagawa ni Donald Trump? Okay. So, ako una sa mga tanong ko, Ako personally, initially, ang nasa isip ko talaga, this guy must be bluffing. He's just being, a bully. Parang gano'n. Nako, talagang lang to. He's exaggerating and giving out these threats para makuha yung gusto niya, which at the start, ang tinutukoy niya talaga, gusto niya higpitan ng Canada ang border security nito, 'di ba? Yun ang kapalit na hinihingi niya. And isang tanong ko diyan, hindi nakarating na kaya sa kanya itong balita, which I'm sure naman may nagsabi na sa kanya, balita tungkol sa ginagawa ng federal government sa pagpapaigting ng border security. Just a few days ago, less than a week ago, nagpa-press ko na at ibang mga ministers ng Canada to give an update, Akalain mo, talagang ang bilis umaksyon ng Canada nang una niyang binanggit itong threat na ito, kapalit ng, with a condition na, kung aayusin yung border security, hindi niya yan gagawin. So, ito na nga. Imagine Canada already promised or vowed to spend more than $1 billion to boost border security pagkatapos sabihin ni Trump yun, Hindi pa rin ba masaya si Trump doon? I hope Trump actually says something more concrete on the type of security that he wants seen at the border. Diba? Kasi medyo vague lang sinabi niya, just tighten security kasi ang daming tumatawid. Like, ano bang gusto niya? Gusto niya ba maglagay ng mga, gaano karaming additional security personnel? Gusto ba niya ng pader? Gusto ba niya ng, whatever technology? Kasi lahat yan medyo ginagawa na ng Canada. So, ang hirap nga naman siguro din sa side ng Canada, no? What do you want us to do? We're doing all this. And yet, you continue to declare all these threats. Parang walang ano no? Wala man lang reaksyon. Hindi ko alam kung natanong ba si Trump na, anong tingin niya dun sa ginagawa ng Canada ngayon? I don't know. I might have missed it. Please let me know, no? Parang wala pa siyang sinasabi about it. Ang isa pang tanong ko dyan, ito bang pagde-delay, parang delay, for now, sa Feb 1, is this a sign that maybe his advisors have made him realize the potential effects of that threat, yung 25% threat? Not just to Canadian companies, pero yung potential impact din yan sa mga Americans. Kasi kung taasan ng tax ang Canadian goods na tumatawid sa Canada, yung mga bumibili nun sa Amerika, they will also bear the brunt of that because the companies based here will likely pass on the additional cost sa presyo ng kanilang produkto. Diba? So, pabigat din yun sa bulsa ng mga American citizens. Does he really want to start off his term, rising the prices of goods at a time when the issue of inflation is supposedly also part of his priority? Diba? Oo, no? O ano ba talaga? Talagang ano lang ba to? Panakot lang ba talaga ito? Talaga bang pinapaikot lang niya ang put ng mga Canadians para pabilisin ang pagpapaigting ng border? Ayos ako pang tanong dyan, is this threat of additional tariffs or taxes on Canadian products, is this only going to be mentioned now? Or is this something that, he might do throughout his term whenever he wants something to be done by Canada? Diba? I think that's something that Canadian officials, I'm sure, are also thinking about. Kayo ba, palagay nyo, no? Sa mga nagtatanong, kung bakit dapat may pakialam yung mga taga-Canada dito sa banta ni Trump, hindi po ako ekonomista, okay? Hindi po ako ekonomista. I will share with you, though, a soundbite of somebody who was quoted dito sa report about a month ago to, no? Tungkol, just a vague idea on what Canada could expect sakaling ituloy ni Trump itong bantang ito. Ito. Associate Professor ng Sprott School of Business at Carleton University.
The consequences are going to be devastating for Canada. The U.S. is our largest trading partner. Roughly 70% of the totality of our trade is with the United States. 2/3 of our GDP is dependent on trade. I looked up the chief economist of Global Affairs Canada and StatsCan data, and they say that it estimates that just under 2 million jobs in Canada are dependent on exports to the United States. That's direct and indirect jobs. I mean, this is catastrophic. I mean, let's be very clear. There's no way of sugarcoating this. This is just completely bad news. There's no redeeming good news here for Canada.
And we're
So, ayun, sabi niya, it's just catastrophic, no redeeming news for Canada. Ang masaklap dyan, yung sinasabi niyang just under 2 million jobs here in Canada are directly or indirectly involved dito sa mga products being exported to the US. So, what could that mean? Involved, It could mean job losses for Canadians. Obviously, higher prices also. Kasi isipin mo, yung kita ng mga kumpanyang yan will be sacrificed. Diba? Kasi it means more costs for them to produce their products and sell it outside Canada. And grabe, sabi niya, at as mentioned, more than 60% of the total trade ng Canada is with the US. Ayun na nga. Pero syempre, hindi ibig sabihin yan, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, wala tong impact sa US. Hindi man po ibig sabihin na sa US, revenue lang ang resulta nito sa kanila. Kumbaga, swerte naman kung yun lang, di ba? Meron din naman pong inaasahang negative impact ito sakaling ituloy ni Trump. Ito ang sinabi dyan, ni Finance Minister ng Canada. Kanina lang.
One of these scenarios. We still continue to believe that it would be a mistake
for the American government to proceed with imposing tariffs. It would be a mistake in terms of the cost of living in the United States, in terms of jobs in the United States, the security of supply chains. It would clearly be a difficult moment for the economy of the country. But the good news is the premiers were in Ottawa last week. We agreed on a series of measures that we could enact if the United States government decides to do this. So there's nothing new this evening than was different than a week ago.
So, ayun, ready naman daw ang Canada. Pero binabanggit din niya, yung mga potential impacts din niya sa mga Americans. Kasi nga naman, yung supply chain issue na binabanggit niya. Marami pong mga American companies ang merong mga supplier dito sa Canada. Ngayon, kung magtataas ng presyo sa kanila, yung mga supplier nila sa Canada, dahil tinaasan sila ng taxes ng gobyerno ng US, hindi naman po ganun kasimple yun para dun sa sa US client. Na, sige, hindi na ako kukuha sa'yo. Dito na lang ako lilipat si supplier B dito sa US. Hindi naman po lang ganun kasimple yun, So really, it's a complicated issue. Sakali man siguro mag-impose ng additional tax sa Canada, I think it will not happen quick, maybe staggered, because likely some American companies, might also, or consumer groups as well, might also maybe make an appeal to the White House about it. What do you guys think? Ano kaya to? Itutuloy ba niya ito? O talaga bang pananakot lang ito? Again, I hope Trump really just gives specific targets that he wants Canada to meet when it comes to border security. Diba? Again, a few days ago, maliban dun sa in-announce na mahigit 1 billion Canadian dollars ang invest ng Canada dyan sa border security. They already started giving out data na malaki na raw ang binaba ng mga illegal crossings from Canada to the US. Parang ilang percent ba yun? Meron akong article dito 89% drop na raw in people crossing over illegally into the US since June 2024. O, diba? Yan ay according sa sa Immigration Minister ng Canada. Sana nakakarating kay Trump yung mga ganyang balita, which I'm sure yes, but I would like to hear his thoughts about it. Para, diba, magkaroon ng pagkakataon yung Canada to improve its strategy kung yung issue talaga ng border security ang pinupunto ni Trump. So for sure, it's gonna be an interesting time from now until February 1st, Kung extend pa ulit yan ni Trump beyond February 1, ewan ko na, Parang ang hirap na paniwalaan kung ano ba talagang plano niya dito, kung talagang tutuluyan niya ba yung 25% tax na yan. Naku po, ito na, ginugulo na ako. O sige guys, I will just end this episode here. As usual, give me your thoughts down there in the comment section. Let's exchange ideas there. Please enlighten me with your knowledge as always. So yeah, that's it. I'll end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Hi!